Hello everybody and welcome to Lights Up, the official WNBL podcast. I'm Grantley Bernard alongside two-time WNBL Championship captain Desi Glaubitz. Desi, the games just keep on coming and some massive games this weekend. Talk us through what's on the menu.
Big round this weekend. We have the Canberra Capitals welcoming back Lauren Jackson, we believe, versus the Sydney Flames on Friday night. That's the ABC match of the round. The West Coast Waves at home to the Bulleen Boomers, who are on the Doomsday Double. The Logan Thunder at home to the Dandenong Rangers. There's a big game up in Queensland also on Friday night. Then on to Sunday, Dandenong go to Townsville and play the second Queensland match of the weekend against Townsville. I think that game's been changed to 12 o'clock on Sunday. And then the Boomers travel from Perth to Adelaide to play Adelaide Lightning also on Sunday. Very big round, Grantley.
It's an important round, but a smallish round, but a big important round, if that makes sense, Desi.
It is a smallish round and a big important round. And Bendigo with the bye, we'll just sit and watch it all happen.
I think it's an important weekend for Dandenong this weekend. They get to play Logan and Townsville on the road, and all those teams are in that cluster at 3 and 2, 2 and 3. So it's a big 3 games for those 3 teams, I think, isn't it?
It certainly is, and I think for Dandenong to go up there without Krista Phillips will make it a little bit harder. I think on paper Dandenong are good enough to get both wins, but Logan haven't been easy to beat this year at all. They've hung in there in all the games that they haven't won, really. So, and Townsville at home are a very different team than Townsville on the road. I think Townsville have got something to prove this weekend with the double loss in Melbourne the week before, but I think Dandenong are good enough to get both wins.
So Townsville on the weekend, Desi, were pretty good on the Friday night against Dandenong, but then on the Saturday night against Bulleen, the luggage flew open, didn't they, and they lost their way.
Yeah, they really did lose their way, going down by almost 30 points there to Bulleen in the second game. Bulleen hit their straps and certainly played a good game. Townsville just looked to struggle a bit. They've got 3 sort of big players. Young Olivia Howard's doing a fantastic job this season. Standish hit her straps a little bit this weekend, but Dowdell doesn't look particularly fit. I believe she might be carrying an injury, but they've got these sort of 3 forwards, but they don't really have a genuine big, and I think they're being found out a little bit against Elise Penaluna, maybe a Susie Batkovic. The bigger players in the league are really causing Townsville some trouble.
So it could make a difference that Phillips is not with Dandenong.
Could certainly make a difference.
Weekend.
Yeah, it might level the playing field there a bit.
Possibly an advantage for Dandenong on this one is that they play Friday night in Brisbane, Saturday travel day, Sunday game in Townsville. Does that give them a little edge? It's obviously better than going from Brisbane Friday and having to play Townsville on Saturday
night. Yeah, look, it helps. It's still a tough road trip. Certainly the heat up north and certainly the heat even between sort of Brisbane and Townsville is a huge jump in humidity to go up to Townsville, and it's really tough to get a win in Townsville with their home crowd going nuts as well, which is fantastic for the Fire supporters. But the extra day break is certainly helpful for recovery.
Well, we'll see if that extra 24 hours does help the Dandenong Rangers or not once they come back from that testing road double. Let's just have a little look at the season stats after week 4 of the season. And the scoring, Bendigo not only 6-0 on top of the ladder, but they've got the top 2 scorers in the league, Christy Harrower at 20.2 and Gabe Richards at 19.2, Deanna Smith at 18.8, and young Emma Langford, who's doing a great job as well, at 18.8. That's some firepower there, Desi.
Certainly some firepower there for Bendigo, and I guess it goes to show that even when you know what a team's going to do, you know they're going to run that high on-ball screen for Christy off Gabe all night long. You can know what they're going to do, but if they're good enough to execute it well, you still can't stop it sometimes. So. There
you go. Wise words from Desi Glaubitz.
Yes.
Rebounding department, Gabe Richards again, 11.2, so she's averaging a double-double. And a high double-double, doing a great job. Susie Batkovic is the leading rebounder, 11.3. Deanna Smith showing her all-round game at 8.3. And Krista Phillips, 8.3 boards as well. So that underlines the fact that Dandenong is going to miss her.
Yeah, Dandenong will certainly miss Krista. And it's interesting to see Deanna Smith in there at 8 rebounds a game. It goes to show that rebounding's not all about being big and tall. It's about wanting the ball and following it hard, and that's something Docky does beautifully. And, you know, it probably 5'9" or 5'10" to be third top rebounder in the league at this stage is a good effort by Doc. And
in the assist category, Alicia Poto at an even 7, Tess Madgen 6.6 and Christy Harrow at 6.3. Again, shows her class as the veteran point guard. She scores, she dishes it off. You know, and you said Bendigo with that 1-2 punch. That says it all, doesn't it?
Certainly does, and you certainly like to be a shooter sitting on the perimeter there waiting for all the defence to collapse on Gabe and Christy, and Christy's so good at finding the open man. And look, Tess Magden did a fantastic job of dishing the ball. She really penetrates hard for the Boomers and was smart enough to make some fantastic passes to her teammates in the Bulleen game on Saturday night, so she's doing a fantastic job at her new club.
So Tess Magden, she's going to have to be doing a lot of driving and dishing this weekend on that Doomsday Road double to Perth and Adelaide for the Boomers. Don't forget the ABC game of the week is Canberra against Sydney, the return of Lauren Jackson to the WNBL. You can see that one live streaming via the ABC website, I should say, on Friday night, and of course it's televised nationally on ABC on Saturday afternoons at 4 p.m. every weekend, the WNBL. You can follow the WNBL right through the season at WNBL.com.au. You can follow on Facebook and also Twitter at WNBL. You can fire up Desi Glaubitz on Twitter as well at Desi Glaubitz6. Shoot her in some questions and get her working there on the Twitter. And of course, Sharon Milner is at Sharon Milner 4. So hit the girls up on Twitter, hit the WNBL up on all the social media. And of course, the league wouldn't operate and we wouldn't be able to put on our podcast without the help of the generous sponsors, who are the Australian Sports Commission, Champion, Spalding, IINet, ANFA, ABC and Sporting Pulse. That is it for Lights Up for this week. We will be back next week with 3 more riveting and enthralling episodes of Lights Up.